Let me ask you something. What if one tiny spice, something sitting quietly in your kitchen right now, could start changing your body in ways you never expected in just 7 days? No expensive supplements, no complicated routines, just one simple habit. I decided to test it myself. For 7 days, I chewed cloves. Let me tell you something most people completely overlook. Right in your kitchen, sitting quietly among your spices, is something incredibly powerful. Something small, something simple, yet loaded with natural compounds that can support your body in ways you probably never imagined. I'm talking about cloves. Now, you might think of cloves as just another spice, something you use occasionally for flavor, maybe in tea or cooking, but what you don't see is what's happening beneath the surface. Because inside that tiny clove is a concentrated source of healing potential. One of the most important compounds found in cloves is something called eugenol. And this is where things get interesting. Eugenol is a natural bioactive compound known for its powerful antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant properties. In fact, it's so effective that it has been used in dentistry for years to help relieve tooth pain and fight infection. Think about that for a moment. Something strong enough to be used in dental care, sitting in your kitchen. Now, when you chew a clove, you're not just tasting a spice. You're releasing these active compounds directly into your mouth. And the first place it begins to work is right there. Your mouth is full of bacteria, some good, some harmful. But when harmful bacteria start to dominate, that's when problems begin. Bad breath, plaque buildup, gum irritation, even infections. Cloves help bring balance back. Their natural antibacterial properties work to reduce harmful bacteria, helping to freshen your breath in a very real way, not by masking odor like gum or mints, but by addressing the root cause. That's a big difference, but it doesn't stop there, because what happens in your mouth doesn't stay in your mouth. Everything you chew, everything you swallow becomes part of your internal system, and this is where cloves begin to have a deeper impact. As you chew and swallow cloves, those same compounds move into your digestive tract, and your digestive system is where true health begins. Cloves stimulate the production of digestive enzymes. These enzymes are essential. They help your body break down food properly so nutrients can be absorbed efficiently. Without enough digestive enzymes, food sits longer in your stomach. It ferments, it creates gas, bloating, discomfort, that heavy feeling so many people experience after meals. Sound familiar? Cloves can help change that. By supporting enzyme activity, they help your body process food more smoothly, less bloating, less discomfort, better nutrient absorption. And when your body absorbs nutrients better, everything improves. Your energy, your immune system, your overall vitality. Now let's go even deeper. Cloves are packed with antioxidants. These are compounds that help protect your body from oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is something most people don't think about, but it's happening inside your body every single day. It's caused by free radicals, unstable molecules that damage your cells over time. This damage contributes to aging, fatigue, inflammation, and even chronic disease. But antioxidants step in like defenders. They neutralize these free radicals and help protect your cells from damage. Cloves, believe it or not, are one of the richest sources of antioxidants among all spices. That's powerful, because when you reduce oxidative stress, your body doesn't have to work as hard just to maintain balance. It can focus on healing, repairing, and functioning the way it was designed to. And that's when you start to feel the difference. More stable energy, clearer thinking, better overall well-being. Now let's talk about inflammation. This is another major issue affecting millions of people. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or stress, but when it becomes chronic, when it lingers in the body, it starts to cause harm. Joint pain, muscle stiffness, digestive issues, even deeper health problems. Cloves contain compounds that help reduce this inflammation naturally. Not by shutting your body down, but by supporting its ability to regulate itself. And when inflammation decreases, your body begins to feel lighter, more mobile, more comfortable. You start to notice things you didn't before. Less stiffness when you wake up, less discomfort throughout the day, a greater sense of ease in your body. Now here's something else most people don't realize. Cloves also play a role in supporting blood sugar balance. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes throughout the day, it creates a roller coaster effect. You feel hungry, then full, then craving sugar again. It affects your energy, your mood, your focus. Cloves help slow down the absorption of sugar in the bloodstream, helping to keep those levels more stable. And when your blood sugar is stable, something amazing happens. Your cravings decrease. Your energy becomes more consistent. You feel more in control, all from something so simple. And this is the key point. Cloves are not just a spice. They are a concentrated source of natural compounds that work with your body, not against it. They support multiple systems at once. Your mouth, your digestion, your immune defenses, your energy levels, your internal balance, all connected, all working together. And when you give your body the right support, even in small amounts, it responds. That's the beauty of it. You don't always need something complicated. You don't always need something expensive. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest ones. And cloves are a perfect example of that. Small in size, but incredibly powerful in what they can do inside your body. Let me ask you something. How often do you try something new for your health and give up after just a day or two because you don't feel anything? That's what most people do. They expect instant results, something dramatic, something obvious. But the truth is, real change in the body doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes it's subtle at first, and then it builds. This is exactly what happens when you start chewing cloves daily, because within just 7 days, your body begins to respond. Not all at once, but step by step, layer by layer. Let me walk you through what that actually looks like. In the first couple of days, the changes are easy to miss. You chew 1 or 2 cloves, and maybe you think nothing's happening, but something is happening. The moment you start chewing, those active compounds, especially eugenol, are released into your mouth. They begin working immediately, targeting harmful bacteria. And even if you don't consciously notice it yet, your oral environment is already shifting. By day 2, many people begin to feel a cleaner sensation in their mouth. Not artificial like chewing gum, but natural. Your breath becomes fresher, not because it's covered up, but because the source of the odor, the bacteria, is being reduced. Now this might seem small, but it's your first sign that your body is responding. Then comes day 3. This is where things begin to move deeper into the body. After swallowing those cloves for a couple of days, their compounds begin to influence your digestive system. And suddenly, you may notice something different after meals. Less bloating, less heaviness. That uncomfortable, tight feeling in your stomach starts to ease. Why? Because cloves stimulate digestive enzymes. These enzymes help break down your food more efficiently. And when food is broken down properly, it doesn't sit in your stomach fermenting and producing gas. It moves smoothly, naturally. And for many people, this is the moment they realize something is actually working. Now we move into day 4, and this is where it gets even more interesting, because now your energy begins to shift, not in a sudden jittery way like caffeine, but in a steady, calm, consistent way. You feel a little lighter, a little more alert. And you might not immediately connect it to the cloves, but it's happening because your body is dealing with less internal stress. Remember, cloves are rich in antioxidants. These compounds are helping to reduce oxidative stress, the kind of stress that slowly drains your energy at a cellular level. So instead of your body constantly fighting off damage, it can start functioning more efficiently. And that efficiency shows up as better energy. Now day 5, this is where many people notice something they didn't expect. A reduction in minor aches and discomfort. Maybe it's that stiffness in your joints when you wake up, or that slight discomfort in your body after a long day. It starts to ease, not disappear overnight, but improve. And this is tied to inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is something many people live with every day without even realizing it. It builds up over time, from diet, stress, environment. But cloves contain natural anti-inflammatory compounds that help calm this process. So as the days go by, your body begins to feel more balanced, more relaxed, less irritated internally. And then comes day 6. This is one of the most surprising shifts. Your cravings begin to change. That constant urge for sugar, snacks, unnecessary eating, it starts to decrease. Now think about how powerful that is. Most people struggle with cravings daily. They feel out of control. But cloves can help regulate blood sugar levels, preventing those sharp spikes and crashes that trigger hunger and cravings. So instead of riding that roller coaster, your body feels stable, satisfied, in control, and when your cravings are under control, everything else becomes easier. Now we reach day 7, and this is where everything comes together. It's not just one change anymore, it's the combination. Your mouth feels cleaner, your digestion feels smoother, your energy feels more stable, your body feels calmer, your cravings feel reduced. And suddenly, you realize something important. It wasn't one big dramatic moment, it was a series of small changes building on each other, day by day, step by step, until your body reached a point where you could clearly feel the difference. And this is the part most people miss because they stop too early. They try something for 1 day, 2 days, maybe 3, and they quit before the real benefits begin to show. But your body needs consistency. It needs repetition. It needs time to respond. And when you give it that, even with something as simple as chewing cloves, you start to unlock changes that go far beyond what you expected. Now let's be clear, this is not magic. This is your body doing what it was designed to do when given the right support. Cloves are simply a tool, a natural, powerful tool that helps your body function better. And in just 7 days, you can begin to feel that difference. Not because something external is forcing change, but because your body is finally getting the support it needs to restore balance. So the question becomes, are you willing to stay consistent for just 1 week to give your body that chance? Because sometimes the most surprising results don't come from doing more. They come from doing something small every single day and allowing it to work. And when you do, let me share something that most people never truly understand about their health. It's not just about what you eat. It's not just about exercise. And it's definitely not just about taking supplements. It's about balance, because your body is constantly working every second of the day to maintain a state of balance internally. This is what keeps you alive, functioning, and feeling well. But here's the problem. Modern lifestyles are constantly pushing your body out of that balance. Irregular meals, processed foods, stress, poor sleep, all of these things disrupt the natural systems that keep you stable. And when that balance is disturbed, you begin to feel it. Low energy, constant cravings, mood swings, digestive discomfort, even long-term health issues. Now here's where something simple like cloves becomes incredibly powerful. Because instead of forcing your body, instead of overstimulating it, cloves work by supporting your internal balance. They help your body do what it's already designed to do, just more efficiently. Let's start with blood sugar. This is one of the most important systems in your body, yet one of the most unstable for many people. Every time you eat, especially foods high in sugar or refined carbohydrates, your blood sugar rises. Your body responds by releasing insulin to bring that sugar back down. But when this happens repeatedly, and especially when the spikes are too high, your system starts to struggle. You get rapid rises followed by crashes. And those crashes lead to something very familiar: fatigue, irritability, and intense cravings, especially for more sugar. It becomes a cycle, a loop that keeps repeating itself day after day. Now here's the key. Cloves contain natural compounds that help slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. This means fewer spikes, fewer crashes, and a more stable level of energy throughout the day. And when your blood sugar is stable, something powerful happens. You feel steady, your mind becomes clearer, your mood becomes more balanced, and those uncontrollable cravings start to fade. Not because you're forcing yourself to resist them, but because your body no longer needs them. Now let's go deeper into oxidative stress. This is something happening inside your body right now, whether you feel it or not. Every day your body is exposed to free radicals, unstable molecules that damage your cells. They come from pollution, stress, unhealthy foods, even normal metabolic processes. Over time, this damage builds up. And when it does, your body starts to show signs. You feel tired even after rest. Your skin begins to age. Your immune system weakens. And internally, your cells are under constant pressure. This is what we call oxidative stress. Now here's where cloves step in. They are loaded with antioxidants, powerful compounds that neutralize these free radicals. Think of antioxidants as protectors. They move through your body, seeking out damage and helping to stop it before it spreads. And cloves are among the richest sources of these compounds. So when you consume them regularly, you're giving your body extra support in fighting this internal stress. And when oxidative stress decreases, your body doesn't have to work as hard just to maintain itself. That energy, that effort can now be redirected toward healing, toward repair, toward optimal function. And this is when you begin to feel a shift. Your energy becomes more stable. You don't feel as drained throughout the day. You recover faster. You feel more resilient. Now let's talk about inflammation, because this is one of the biggest hidden issues affecting people today. Inflammation is not always obvious. It doesn't always show up as pain right away. Sometimes it's silent, low-grade, chronic, building over time. It can exist in your joints, your muscles, your digestive system, even your brain. And when it persists, it starts to interfere with normal function. You feel stiffness, discomfort, fatigue, brain fog, and over time, it can lead to more serious health conditions. But here's something important. Your body doesn't want to be inflamed. Inflammation is a response, not a state it wants to stay in. And cloves can help bring that response back under control. They contain natural anti-inflammatory compounds that support your body's ability to regulate itself, not by shutting anything down, but by calming the processes that have become overactive. And when inflammation is reduced, your body begins to feel different, lighter, more flexible, more at ease. You start to move better, you feel less restricted, and there's a sense of comfort that wasn't there before. Now take a step back and look at what's happening. Blood sugar becomes more stable, oxidative stress is reduced, inflammation begins to calm down. These are not small changes. These are foundational systems in your body. And when they start working in harmony, everything improves. Your digestion works better. Your energy levels stabilize. Your mood becomes more balanced. Your body feels more aligned. This is what true internal balance looks like. And it doesn't come from forcing your body into extremes. It comes from supporting it consistently, naturally, gently. That's what makes cloves so unique. They don't push your body. They don't overstimulate it. They simply provide the compounds your body can use to restore its own balance. And when your body is in balance, you don't just feel okay, you feel right. You feel in control. You feel connected to your body in a way that many people have lost. And the most powerful part? It starts with something so simple. One small habit, repeated daily, supporting multiple systems at once. So instead of chasing quick fixes, instead of jumping from one solution to another, sometimes the real answer is this. Give your body what it needs and let it do what it was designed to do. Because when balance is restored, everything else begins to fall into place. Let me tell you something that might completely change the way you look at your health. Most people believe that in order to see real results, they need to do something big. A major diet change, an intense workout routine, expensive supplements, complicated plans. But the truth is, that's not where real lasting change comes from. Real change comes from small habits, simple actions, repeated consistently over time. And this is exactly what makes something like chewing cloves so powerful, because it's easy. It doesn't require a schedule. It doesn't require preparation. It doesn't cost much. And yet, when done consistently, it can create a ripple effect throughout your entire body. Now think about this. If something is complicated, what usually happens, you start strong. You feel motivated, but then life gets busy. You miss a day, then another, and before you know it, you stop completely. Not because it didn't work, but because it wasn't sustainable. That's the problem with most health routines. They're not built for real life. But simple habits are different. They fit into your day without effort, and because they're easy to do, you actually keep doing them. And consistency is where the magic happens, because your body doesn't respond to what you do once. It responds to what you do repeatedly, day after day. Now let's bring this back to cloves. Chewing 1 or 2 cloves a day might seem insignificant. You might even think, how can something so small make any difference? But that's exactly the point. It's not about the size of the action, it's about the consistency of the action. Each day you chew cloves, you're introducing beneficial compounds into your body. Each day those compounds are supporting your digestion. Each day they're helping reduce harmful bacteria. Each day they're contributing to lower inflammation and better balance. Individually, each day may seem small, but together they build. And over time, those small daily inputs create noticeable changes. This is how the body works. It adapts gradually and improves step by step. And when you support it consistently, it responds. Now here's something even more important. Simple habits don't just affect your body, they affect your mindset. Because when you commit to something small and actually follow through, you build trust with yourself. You prove to yourself that you can stay consistent, and that confidence begins to grow. You start to think differently. If I can do this every day, what else can I improve? And suddenly, one small habit leads to another. You start drinking more water. You become more aware of what you eat. You move your body more, not because you forced yourself, but because you've created momentum, and momentum is powerful. It transforms effort into lifestyle. Now let's talk about expectations. One of the biggest mistakes people make is expecting immediate, dramatic results. They want to feel completely different overnight, but that's not how the body works. Your body changes gradually, and that's actually a good thing because gradual change is stable. It lasts. When you introduce a small habit like chewing cloves, the changes begin internally. You might not see them right away, but your body is adjusting, balancing, improving, and then after days or weeks, you start to feel it. More energy, better digestion, less discomfort, and that's when you realize something is working. But here's the key. You only reach that point if you stay consistent. If you stop too soon, you never give your body the chance to respond fully. This is why simplicity is so important, because the easier something is, the more likely you are to continue. And the longer you continue, the greater the results. Now let's address something honestly. Cloves are not a miracle. They're not going to fix everything overnight, and they're not a replacement for a healthy lifestyle, but they are a powerful addition, a small natural tool that supports your body in multiple ways. And when combined with other healthy habits, their impact becomes even greater. Think of it like this. Your health is like a foundation, and every small habit you practice is like adding another layer of support. Chewing cloves is one layer, drinking enough water is another, eating whole foods is another, moving your body is another. Individually, each one matters, but together they create strength, stability, resilience, and this is what true health is built on. Not extremes, not quick fixes, but consistent, simple actions repeated over time. Now imagine this, instead of searching for the next big solution, you focus on small habits you can actually maintain. You keep them simple, you stay consistent, and you trust the process. What would happen to your health over time? The answer is it would improve naturally, steadily, sustainably, because your body responds to what you do daily, not occasionally. So when you chew those cloves each day, you're not just performing a small action, you're making a statement. You're choosing consistency. You're choosing simplicity. You're choosing to support your body one step at a time. And over time, those steps add up. They create change, real, lasting change. The kind that doesn't fade, the kind that becomes part of who you are. And that's the real power of a simple habit. It doesn't overwhelm you. It works with you. And when you stay consistent with it, it transforms you from the inside out.